Oh, what an impressive opening set of tennis it was from Alexandra Eala. 6 games in a row for the 17th seed. Just 34 minutes on the clock. She takes it by 6 games to 1.
57 minutes. That's all it took. And by the time it was over, one player was walking off the court having barely broken a sweat, and the other couldn't walk off at all without help. What if I told you the real story in Cincinnati isn't the score everyone's talking about? It's what that score is hiding. And what if the player waiting next has no idea she's about to face someone completely different from who she thinks she's facing? Something has shifted around Alex, quietly, gradually, and now dangerously. A few months ago, people watched her matches wondering if she belonged on courts like this one. Now they watch wondering if the players across the net are ready for what she's become. Let's start with what just happened, because you need this timeline clear before anything else makes sense. Alex just played Elena-Gabriela Ruse. Final score, 6-1, 3-love, retirement. Read that again, slowly. Ruse didn't lose a competitive 2-set battle. She didn't fight back from an early deficit and fall just short. She retired while trailing 6-1, 3-love, ending a match Alex had already taken firmly, completely under control. 57 minutes. That's it. No third set needed, no dramatic comeback required. Just total control, established early, and never once given back. That's not a lucky day. That's a statement. And now, instead of another routine step through the draw, Alex has been handed the hardest possible next assignment. Amanda Anisimova is waiting. Not some unknown name. Not a gentle introduction to the next round. A former Grand Slam finalist. A player who has already stood under the biggest lights the sport has to offer. Amanda arrives here fresh off her own statement win. 6-2, 6-3 over Zeynep Sönmez. Clean, efficient, almost bored. And for the first time in either of their careers, these two are about to stand on opposite ends of the same court. No history between them. No previous meetings to study. Just two completely different weapons, about to collide, live, in front of a crowd that has no idea what it's about to witness. Here's the part that should worry Alex's fans immediately. Amanda isn't going to play the match Ruse played. She's not going to hand over rhythm. She's not going to let this settle into anything comfortable. Her entire game plan can be summarized in one sentence. Take the racket out of Alex's hands before Alex even realizes it's happening. Early, aggressively, repeatedly. And that's exactly why the opening minutes of this match could tell us almost everything, before either player has really started sweating. Watch the first service game, not the score. The mechanics, the toss, the weight transfer. Does she go straight at Amanda with pace? Or does she start cautious, testing with placement first? Because there's a detail quietly circulating in tennis analysis circles. Something subtle about Alex's serve. Something the untrained eye would miss completely. But elite opponents don't miss it. They smell it. And against a player like Amanda, subtlety becomes a target. A second serve that sits up even slightly, for even 1 point, can be the difference between holding and handing over the entire rhythm of the match. Amanda doesn't need 4 shots to hurt you. She needs 1 short ball, 1 hesitation. That's it. So here's the real question hanging over the first 10 minutes of this match. Not can Alex serve big? Can Alex serve smart? Wide to open the angle, body to jam the swing, down the tee to steal the surprise. Because if Amanda starts reading the patterns early, this match could start slipping away before the crowd has even settled into their seats. And then there's the second serve. Quietly, maybe the most important shot of the entire match. Land it safe but flat, sitting in the middle of the box, and Amanda steps in and turns defense into a weapon. Go too ambitious chasing spin, and the double faults start piling up, handing over not just points, but something far more dangerous. Confidence. The margin Alex needs is razor thin. And she has to find it under pressure, in real time, with a crowd watching. Now flip the court completely. Because when Amanda serves, everything changes. Her serve isn't just a shot, it's a weapon. The numbers back it up. She produces considerably more aces per match than Alex does. But here's the twist most people will miss tonight. Aces aren't the whole story. Alex's danger doesn't come from overpowering serves. It comes from what happens after the return, in the unglamorous middle of the rally, where most matches are actually won and lost. So don't count aces. Watch what happens the instant after Amanda's serve lands. Block back a deep, heavy return, and that's not a lost point. That's a quiet win buried inside a stat sheet nobody reads. Every extra ball Alex forces shifts the pressure, just slightly, in the other direction. And pressure compounds. Slowly. Then, all at once. This is where the return game becomes the hidden battlefield of the entire match. Stand too far back, and Amanda gets extra time to load up. Stand too far forward, and a heavy first serve can blow straight through before Alex even reacts. The answer lives in that narrow, uncomfortable middle. Anticipation, reading the toss, reading the shoulder, guessing early, committing fully. And when the return lands, a depth over perfection. Deep to the backhand, force Amanda to build offense from an uncomfortable position instead of dictating instantly. But there's a deeper layer here, something almost personal about this exact matchup. The backhand exchange. This is where Alex has quietly transformed into a player who can absorb pace, redirect it, flip direction the instant an opening appears. Amanda wants to load that same exchange with heavy, uncomfortable weight and dare Alex to match force with force. Here's the trap. If Alex takes that bait, if she tries to out-hit a player built to out-hit people, she loses before the rally even finishes. She doesn't need to hit harder. She needs Amanda to hit one uncomfortable ball more than she wants to. One higher ball, one wider ball, one shot that lands just outside the ideal strike zone. That's the whole war, disguised as a simple cross-court rally. And there's a psychological layer here too, one neither player will say out loud. Amanda already knows exactly what kind of threat she represents. She's already lived through the brutal spotlight of the sport's biggest stages, already knows what it feels like when one shaky game turns into an entire lost set. But Alex isn't walking in empty-handed either. She's carrying a completely different kind of confidence this season, matches that have already changed how people talk about her. Which means the opening 4 games of this match could feel like a completely different sport than the closing 4. Early on, expect Amanda to hunt for quick points, short rallies, first strike domination. Alex's job in those opening minutes isn't to win outright. It's to make the court feel bigger than it actually is. Stretch the rallies. Make Amanda hit shots she doesn't want to hit. Make her unsure whether the next ball is coming down the line, cross-court, or straight at her body. Because the moment Amanda starts thinking instead of simply swinging, the whole match quietly tilts. Now picture the opening set. Say Amanda holds her first service game cleanly, efficiently. That means nothing on its own, as long as Alex answers with an equally composed hold of her own. The real danger isn't losing an early point. It's letting one lost point balloon into an emotional spiral. Every service game has to be treated like its own isolated puzzle. First serve, second serve, reset. No panic. No rushing ahead. But if Alex manages to steal the very first break of this match, watch Amanda's reaction closely. That single moment could reveal the entire trajectory of the night. Does she start swinging bigger, more desperate? Does she try to end points even faster? Or does she slow everything down and try to rebuild? Whatever she chooses in that instant tells us who's actually steering this match, no matter what the scoreboard says. And that's exactly why the opening return game might carry more weight than the opening service game. Alex needs to send a message immediately. Every service point tonight is contested. None of them are free. A deep return here, an extended rally there. A deuce game that quietly burns a little more of Amanda's energy before anyone's really broken a sweat. Now flip that scenario completely. If Amanda holds to love twice in a row, and Alex is struggling just to get first serves in, this turns dangerous fast. Amanda gets free to step inside, attack every short ball, end points before Alex ever builds her preferred patterns. That's the nightmare version. The one Alex has to avoid at all costs, because once a dominant hitter finds that rhythm, it's exponentially harder to interrupt. So even if the scoreboard reads something as ordinary as 2 games apiece, the real story is happening underneath it. Who controls return position? Who wins the first 2 shots of every rally? Whose second serve is under siege? Those are the invisible numbers that actually decide matches like this one. And here's one pattern worth watching all night. when Alex is under real pressure, 30-30 deuce. Does she trust the big serve out wide? Or does she play it safe down the middle to shrink the angle? Against Amanda, that split-second decision becomes fascinating. Wide can pull her off the court entirely, but it also risks feeding her favorite weapon, the open court forehand. A body serve jams the swing before contact. Down the tee becomes the perfect surprise the moment Amanda starts leaning toward the sideline, anticipating something that never comes. Alex doesn't need to ace her way through this. She needs Amanda guessing, constantly, one step behind. Because at this level, tennis isn't really about the perfect shot. It's about never letting your opponent know which shot is coming. But Amanda has her own answer to all of this. And it's dangerous. Very dangerous. She can attack the second serve immediately, take the ball early, refuse to let Alex settle into any rhythm after serving. Which means every serve Alex hits needs a second shot already attached to it, before the ball even leaves her hand. Wide serve, anticipate the cross-court return. Body serve, expect the blocked reply. Down the tee, look for the shorter response. Serving without a follow-up plan against a hitter this aggressive isn't risky. It's suicidal. And then we reach the moment that could define the entire match. What happens the instant Alex actually gets Amanda moving? Amanda wants to hit from a stable, balanced position. Feet set, weight loaded, ready to detonate. Alex's mission is to strip that balance away, shot by shot, without needing a single spectacular winner to do it. Sometimes the smartest shot isn't the flashiest one. It's the one that forces 3 extra unwanted steps before Amanda can even think about attacking. And once that shorter ball finally arrives, that's when defense flips into offense in a single strike. But here's the warning nobody talks about enough. Alex cannot overplay. She can't see one small opening and immediately hunt for the highlight reel winner. Against a hitter like Amanda, patience might actually be the more dangerous weapon. Win a brutal 12-shot rally, and the temptation is to end the next point in 5 shots out of pure instinct. Resist that. Make Amanda work again. Make her question whether she can actually force the issue, because Amanda only needs one crack to detonate a point. Alex needs to make sure that crack never opens. Now imagine this drags into a third set. Physical stamina becomes a factor, but emotional stamina matters just as much. Maybe more. Amanda can end points in a hurry, which means she conserves energy on the days everything's clicking. Alex has built her game around dragging opponents into uncomfortable, extended patterns that quietly drain them without them even realizing it's happening. If this reaches 4-all or 5-all deep in a deciding set, the pressure in that stadium becomes almost unbearable. And at that exact moment, the biggest serve in the world might not be what wins it. It's going to be whoever handles 30-30 better. Whoever can hit a second serve without flinching. Whoever finds one more return, one more extra ball, one more moment of composure than the other. There's one more variable hanging over all of this: the crowd. Alex's following has grown into something impossible to ignore, and even Amanda has acknowledged she's expecting a packed, roaring stadium because of it. That can be fuel. It can also be a trap. If the crowd erupts after every winner, Alex has to stay locked in, not swept away by it. If she drops a long, brutal game, she can't chase the crowd's energy trying to force a response too quickly. The best version of Alex tonight uses that noise without ever becoming dependent on it, breathing between points, resetting, choosing the target with total clarity before every single serve. So how could this actually play out? One version: Alex's return game clicks immediately. She finds depth on the first serve, attacks the second, turns rallies into wars of attrition. This becomes a long physical fight, and she could absolutely steal the opening set. Another version: Amanda dominates the very first ball of every point. First serve percentage locked in. Forehand landing deep and heavy. Alex pushed further and further behind her own baseline, spending the whole match surviving instead of attacking. And then there's the version that might be the most gripping of all. Both players trading holds cleanly, the set tightening to 4-all, 5-all, until one single loose service game decides everything. That's the moment that separates a promising young talent from a genuine top-tier threat. Not the spectacular winners, We already know Alex can produce those. What happens in the ugly, unglamorous moments, the long deuce game nobody wants to play? The missed first serve at the worst possible time. The double fault that arrives out of nowhere. The crowd going suddenly, eerily silent. None of that can be avoided. It can only be managed. And against a player like Amanda Anisimova, those moments aren't a possibility. They're close to a certainty. There's one final detail worth watching more closely than almost anything else. What Alex does the instant after she serves. Does she move forward with purpose? Recover toward the center with intention? Anticipate the direction of the return before it's even struck? These tiny, almost invisible movements reveal something huge. Whether she's dictating the point or simply reacting to it. Serve, then scramble on defense. That's a warning sign. Serve, then arrive at the next shot balanced and prepared. The serve already did its job, even without a single ace attached to it.
That's the detail casual viewers miss completely.
And it might be exactly where this match gets decided. Because in tennis, the winning shot is rarely the real story. The real story is the shot that made the winning shot possible. A wide serve creates an awkward return angle. That angle creates a vulnerable forehand. That forehand creates an open court. The winner might land 4 shots later. But the moment that actually created it happened at the very first contact point of the rally. And that's exactly why Alex's serve is under such scrutiny right now, because it could reveal more about how far she's really come than another routine win ever could. She's already shown she can dominate an opponent who couldn't finish the match. Now she's facing someone expected, guaranteed even, to hit back. Someone who won't hand over rhythm voluntarily. Someone who can punish one short ball instantly and without mercy. That's the real test. Not whether Alex can produce a spectacular winner. We know she can. Not whether she can handle an electric, deafening crowd. She's already proven that too. The real question is whether Alex can impose her own version of tennis onto a player just as determined to impose hers first. If she protects that second serve, keeps her returns deep, refuses to fall into predictable patterns, and forces Amanda to play one uncomfortable extra ball on every point, this could become one of the most captivating matches of her season. If Amanda gets comfortable on the return instead, takes the ball early, turns every short serve into an instant attacking weapon, Alex could find herself fighting uphill from the very first games. And that's exactly why nobody should predict this one on rankings alone, or reputation, or raw power. This isn't just a power battle. It's a chess match wearing the disguise of one. Somewhere in this match, there's a single moment that could decide everything. The first time one of these two faces a break point deep in a tight set. Watch the serve in that instant. Watch where the return lands. Watch the very first shot struck after it. Watch closely who blinks first. Because if Alex wins the first real battle on Amanda's second serve, this stops being Amanda's match to control. And if Amanda wins that battle instead, Alex could spend the entire match trying to escape a trap that was set before the very first changeover. That's the real Cincinnati question. Not who hits harder. Not who has the bigger name. But who forces the other player into the exact match she never wanted to play. Player into the exact match she never wanted to play.